Okay, so this is giving directions. We are going to practice naming a location and then give directions to that location. But before we do that, we're going to warm up by having a little practice with our non-manual elements. Things like raising your brows or furrowing your brows. Okay, so I am going to tell you what to do, and you are going to do that. So raise your brows, furrow your brows. Good. So the reason we're doing this is because we are going to name a place, and that is when we are going to raise our brows. And then when we say where, we're going to furrow our brows. So I'm going to tell you what to do, and you do what I say. Ready? Raise brows. And then furrow brows and sign where with eyes furrowed. Let's do that again. Raise brows and furrow brows while signing where. Good job. Okay, now we're going to add words to both of those. We're going to, when our eyebrows are raised, we're going to sign toilet. And then when our brows are furrowed, we're going to sign where. Okay, let's do this in 3, 2, 1. Toilet, brows raised. And where? Brows furrowed. Good job. So now you know how to ask, where is the toilet? So you're going to have your brows raised and where? Toilet where? Good job. Okay, we're going to go to these pictures, and that first picture is definitely the bathroom, the toilet. So we are not going to do that one, but we're going to go to the next picture, and I am going to pick one of these pictures. We're probably just going to go in order, and you are going to practice what we just did with when we asked for where the bathroom was. We're going to do the same thing with each of these facilities or other locations. So that next picture, that first one is bathroom, but the next one is classroom. So let's practice that. So raise your brows and sign classroom, and then furrow brows and sign where. Good job. All right, let's go to the next picture. That next one is the water fountain. And remember, when you're asking for the water fountain, you're asking for the same thing as if you were just asking for a drink of water. You're just going to sign water. So let's do the same thing. We're going to brows raised and sign water. And brows furrowed where. Good job. All right, let's go to the next one. This is phone. Raise brows, phone. And furrow where? Phone where? Good job. All right, let's do this next one. This one is front door. Front door. So brows raised, front door, and furrowed where? Good job. Now I want you to do the last four on your own using the same context by saying, you're going to say the location and you're going to sign the location with your brows raised and then furrow them by signing where. So I will tell you the next four and then y'all practice those on your own. So the next one, let's do the one in the second row. That one is office, and we're going to ask where is the office, and office does not have a specific sign. It is just finger spelled, so you practice that on your own. The next one is the library. Then we have the bookstore, and then we have the cafeteria. Okay, here's another slide that you can do with different locations and practice signing these. It's the soda machine, the candy machine, the ATM, and this is just finger spelled ATM, or you can also finger spell bank. The next one is lab, also finger spelled LAB, lab. And that one specifically looks like a computer lab. So you know the sign for computer, so you could ask for that. The next one is a lobby, also finger spelled LOBBY. Then we have the hallway, then stairs, and then elevator. So make sure and practice these. You need to know all of these signs, and this can really help you with your facial expressions and also remembering these signs and practicing. Okay, now we are going to have a conversation or learn to give a conversation. And we have signer A would be doing what we've been practicing, name the location and then asking where. And then signer B is obviously going to be giving the directions. Hopefully the conversation doesn't end at where is the toilet. So giving directions, let's do the soda machine. So if someone says soda machine where? Brows raised, soda machine. Brows lowered, furrowed, where? And then giving directions. An example of this could be you sign with your brows raised, classroom. You remember the sign I taught you the other day, exit. So you're telling them to leave the classroom. The soda pop machine is not in the classroom. So that's pretty important to make sure that they know that. Classroom, exit. And then we're going to go to the hallway. Sign hallway. So we said classroom, exit, hallway. And then I'm going to wave them to the right and sign near the phone. So it is important to make sure that they know if they need to leave the room or building that they're in, and you need to get them outside of the place that they are currently. And then typically, especially in a school, you're probably going to go down a hallway or down a sidewalk or some kind of walkway, and then waving to the right or to the left is how you're going to get them to turn left and right. And then it's good at the end of your directions to tell them what the location they're asking for is near. So for the soda machine, I said that it was near the phone. So let's do that one more time. Classroom, exit, hallway, wave to right, near phone. Good job. Okay, so let's do a known location that we are all familiar with. Let's start out with my classroom. So let's say that a new student or parent comes into my classroom and they say, how do I get to the library? So I'm going to help you, and you sign along as I'm giving instruction. Let's help this parent get from my classroom to the library. So we would sign classroom, exit, hallway, and then we're going to fan them to the left. And then we're going to show hallway again. And then we'll show them door. And then we'll tell them that's the library. And Something that we could say that it's near. We could say near computers or near different classrooms. We can do that. So that's a good way to use a common location that we're all familiar with. Now, let's say we're giving directions to a place that isn't in the same floor that we're at. And this wouldn't work for school because we only have one level. But maybe if you were in a building like maybe a hospital or a big office building, and you're telling someone how to get somewhere that's on a different floor, let's say something is upstairs. So you would point up and then show the sign for stairs like you're going up. If something is downstairs from where your current location is, you can point down and then make your fingers go down the stairs like you're signing stairs. So let's say we're going upstairs. Up, going up the stairs with our fingers. And then we're going to say the number floor that it's on. Let's say it's on the 5th floor. You remember the sign for 5th? You put your full hand out and flip it around. 5th. So your palm is away from your face and flip it in towards your face. 5th. And then you can say near the eat room. So again, the way that we're going to do this is upstairs, pointing up, fingers going up. 5th floor, near the eat room. Good job. Now we are going to, let's say if the directions that we're giving someone, the place that they want to get to is in a completely different building. So we need to know the sign for building. And this is a new sign, so I will add on the attachments for this assignment, I will add a video so you can see what that sign is. But if let's say somebody's like, hey, can you tell me where the office is? And we're in the high school building at school. Well, that is a different building. So let's say that we're right in front of the bathrooms in the high school building. So we're going to point in the general direction of the office, and we're going to sign different and then building. Then we're going to point towards the exit of this current building and sign exit. And then we're just going to trace a route with our hands, almost like we're lining a road. Both of our hands, palms are facing each other. We're just going to trace a route for them. Wave them to the right, wave them to the left, and tell them again just different things that it might be near. So we can say that the office is near the flag. So don't forget that I am going to attach on this assignment on LMS what the sign is for building. So don't forget to look at that. Okay, so it's sign tip for these ordinal numbers. The numbers, when you're just counting, those are called cardinal numbers. The orientation of your hand, your palm is facing towards you. And you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with your palm facing towards you. Well, with ordinal numbers, which would be used in this case for talking about levels of a building, different floors of a building. So the way that we would do that is we're having the number of our hand, signing that number, but then the palm twists. We twist our palm And that's how we sign 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. But your signing tip, these ordinal numbers, the ones that we're twisting our wrist, they are not used in ASL to say things like the first time or first you need this. Instead, you're going to use a different sign, and I will also include that in our in our attachments. But if you're saying the first time or first you need, this is a different sign because it has a completely different meaning than something like going to the first floor or the second floor. So don't forget this, and don't forget to look at the attachments to learn this sign. Okay, some ways that your facial expressions can help you to convey distance. To indicate that a location isn't very far away, you're going to do the following that's on the slide. You're going to tilt your head slightly. If you do any of these dramatically, it would probably be a pretty funny TikTok. But for doing all these, you're probably going to be pretty not super dramatic, but you're going to tilt your head a little bit if it's far away. Squint your eyes, open your mouth very, very slightly. And then you're going to point your arm fully extended, showing how far away this is. If you're indicating moderate distance, something that's not too far, but it's really not that close either, you're going to tilt your head again. You're going to press your lips very slightly, not super tight, but just slightly. And then you're going to point your arm just a little bit. You're probably not going to bend your elbow. You're just going to you are going to bend your elbow. It's not going to be fully extended, just barely bent to point. And then to indicate that a location is very close, very near, you're going to tilt your head again. You're going to clench your teeth, which is like biting down. Turn your head to the dominant side, which most of you, unless you're left-handed, that's going to be your right side. And your cheek is almost touching your shoulder. And then when you're pointing in the direction of something, your hand is going to be very close to your body. Almost your forearm is going to be almost touching your chest. And that is to convey that something is very near. So I hope hope you understand everything that we learned in this lesson, and I hope that you do well on your test on Friday. You are going to have a giving directions and contrastive structure test during the time that I have written down on LMS for your test. And this time is the only time that you are able to take this test. So if you need to set an alarm so you do not miss this, it's very important. This is a test, and you're about to get your grade, so it's very important that you understand these lessons and you do well. Just let me know if you have any questions.